Hi everyone, it's Claire back again. We're going to have a look at a couple of French brands today. I've got, before I start, apologies to Anne and Jules for butchering the French language and pronunciation, so I'll try my best, but I'm not a French speaker. There are two brands that I want to look at. The first one is Bourjois, that's how I pronounce it, I hope that's right. And the other one is Kure Bazaar, of which I've got two, and it's a Parisian polish, I think an indie brand, and Anne, Sweet YFT, sent me a couple of these polishes. I'm really interested in this brand and interested in buying more from the brand. But let's get back to Bourjois first. But before we start, on my nails is finally... I made a bit of a mess of the application and I've smudged it a little bit when I was putting the top coat on. But this is, I've mentioned this several times, this is Bourjois from the China Glaze Rebel collection. And it's a beautiful midnight blue base with some blue, teal, and it looks like a little bit of gold in there as well. You can see those glitters quite clearly on the nail. Yeah, but I just smudged it. I've smudged it here as well. Yep, but there, that's a better application, so you can see it a bit better there. But it's lovely. Really like this one. And this was, I don't know if you remember the autumn haul that I did, I actually got two Bourjois, and rather than sending it one back, I used it as the mystery polish in the Giwi giveaway. So I'm going to be, Giwi will be coming up in the next few days because I want to do it before the end of the month because I'm working away at the end of the month. So yeah, that's China Glaze Bourjois. Back to the video. And why does the dog always start trying to bury his bone like in the most weird places, like inside the bathroom rug and things like that? But anyway, just as I start recording, Bourjois, I've got three different types of Bourjois, and this is the first type I've got here. I did have many more of this size bottle, and I think I've mentioned this before, there was something about this particular formula in these bottles that just made my nails feel, the only way I can describe it is like claustrophobic, as though there was something really, I felt like there was something really heavy on my nails. There was something about this formula that didn't work very well with me. But I've kept two of the colours that I really like. This is a dark grey called Blue Asphalt, and this one here is Peace and Mauve. This one I pulled out of a polishes I regret buying bin that I've got. This, just the colour, the formula, and that feeling of just being kind of tight on the nail bed. And this is Tangerine Fatal. Anyway, that's the three of them. I'll do a quick swatch for you so you can see what the formula's like. The stems are quite long because obviously the bottle's quite long here, and it's a kind of flat brush. Oops. Trying to see what the dog's doing, I completely missed what I'm actually doing here. So yeah, they're very glossy, but they're not particularly, well, this one isn't anyway, it's not particularly opaque. I'm going to need 2, possibly 3 coats on that one. Peace and Mauve. I'm back to using the Sally's swatches, by the way, so get ready for me to start complaining about the swatch wheels. Yeah, you can't even really see that. It's very sheer. Similar sort of formula. You need to build up 2 to 3 coats, and this is the tangerine one. Similar sort of thing. So it's kind of jellyish, glossy formula. Maybe it's just because I have to put so many coats on that it makes me feel as though, yeah, it just feels strange on the nail. Have you got any brands that do that for you, where it's like it just doesn't feel, it just doesn't sit right? You don't really want to physically feel as though you're wearing nail polish, as though you can feel it there all the time. But with this brand and these particular bottles, that's exactly how I feel. So it's very strange. But I haven't given up on Bourjois completely. They do have different types of bottles, and these two here I think I picked up at Superdrug. And now the claim is that it's 1 second. It's supposed to be one nail, 1 stroke, 1 second. And I think it means it just takes a second to apply rather than a second to dry, because it certainly doesn't take a second to dry. So let's have a look at these two. This one here is what's the name of this? Violin Hypnotique. I presume that's the name. Yeah. These are super opaque compared to the other 3 that I've just shown you. So, or this one in particular, yeah, that's a 1 coater. So that's actually quite a nice shade for autumn. And this one here reminded me, I picked this up because it reminded me of, well, from what I can tell from other people's videos, OPI Teenage Dream. I don't know because I haven't got that one, but this is Rainbow Apparition, and it's a slight, like a kind of lilac base, so a pinky purple base. And it's packed with holographic glitters. The application and the brush, much easier on these. So that's the 1 second line, and I'll go back and put another coat on that one. But yeah, that's Rainbow Apparition. And then the final 2 that I've got in Bourjois are these Lilac, which, and I think the claim is that they are super opaque 1 coaters, but we'll have a look. This one is Beach Violet, and this is Chair Tendre. Sorry. Sorry, Jules. The thing that I don't like about this is you can't pull the cap off, and it's these awkward triangular shaped lids, which are just a little bit fiddly. So that's a nice nudie peach colour. I don't know whether I've trapped something in there or whether it's just a bit of a bubbly formula. I think I've probably trapped something in there, yeah. Okay, and this one, which is the Beach Violet. And, oops. Yeah, this is definitely, again, 1 coat. So similar to the the violet one. Similar to this one, both one coat. That's actually a nice kind of pinky oxblood colour. I've definitely got something trapped in there. That's not one coat, but this one is. So that's Bourjois. I'm just going to go back and put another coat on these ones just to see, so that I'm being fair. I'm not just writing them off on just one coat. I did have a look actually at the, you know, a little bit about the brand when I was doing some research before this video. And Bourjois have been around a long time. The brand, it was started by a guy called Bourjois who worked in the theatre district in Paris, and he used to be, I suppose, the makeup artist for the actors and actresses in the theatres in the late 19th century, so in like the 1800s. So he started his makeup line from there, from that experience of working with the actors and the actresses doing the makeup for the theatre performances. So that's who Bourjois is. I've put a second... Oh, did I smudge that then? Yeah, not quite. I've put a second coat on, and they are shiny, and I think you probably would get away with 2 coats now with these 3. So actually they're not looking bad at all. It's just the strange feeling that these bottles give me, the formula in these bottles give me on the nails. I don't know what it is. Maybe I should try again. Maybe I was just having an off day a couple of times when I was wearing them. But I had about 10 of these bottles, and I just gave them away to family and friends. But that's my Bourjois collection. And I just very quickly want to show you another French brand, which is Kure Bazaar. You can see I've definitely used these 2, and they're beautiful metallics. This one's a dark blue base with silver shimmer, and this one's called Stone Wash, and this one here is called Or Rose, so it's a kind of rose gold metallic. And I just want to show you how great this brand is. So you can take the cap off. So it's not a very flat brush, but it's not too thin, so it's kind of straight down the middle, very easy to apply. And this, I can get this, and I have worn this opaque in one coat. So that's Stone Wash. It's actually quite similar to the Bourjois that I'm wearing today. And finally, Or Rose, which I know is one of Anne's favourites. And again, it's very opaque, great, smooth, silky formula, no brush strokes. As it melts down, as it dries down, it just melts away. So that's my 2 Kure Bazaars. Seem to have got something trapped in that again. I've just literally taken this out of the pack, this swatch wheel, so I don't know how it's managed to get fluff on it, but that's Or Rose, a beautiful rose gold, Stone Wash. Yeah. So it's more of a silver shimmer than Bourjois, which has got the blue shimmer. That's the 2 Lilac. I'm just going to go back and put a second coat on this Rainbow Apparition. And I want anybody who's got Teenage Dream to tell me if there is any, if you think that this looks similar. It's definitely a pinky lilac base, but that's Rainbow Apparition, and that's the other three there. So yeah, that's my Bourjois and Kure Bazaar polishes, French themed video for today. And let me know if you've got any Kure Bazaar, or if you've got any Bourjois, and which ones are your favourites, or which particular line that you prefer. I definitely prefer this one and this one. And yeah, let me know, leave your comments down below, and thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.